Hey guys, what's going on? This is Pants Art Dragon, and today we're doing the patch 5.23 tier list for the AD carries. So something's worth noting in this patch is that Lucian's R got nerfed. The damage isn't as OP as it was before. Misfortune's base health and W got a slight nerf. And Quinn got a big change to her Q, as it now basically blinds people for 2 seconds. It's on a low cooldown and has a huge AD ratio. So she's just OP in general and is being kind of played everywhere. And so with all that being said, let's get started. So number 5, we have Tristana. Tristana's new mechanic where she can jump again when her E obtains maximum stacks is very good for all inning, as it can save her flash if the enemy, flashes away, and she can just jump again. Of course her W does a little bit less damage, and her E is on a longer cooldown, but it doesn't matter. Her transition from Season 5 tier to preseason is still good, along with the rapid fire cannon being good on her since her range is incredible and, she probably has like 800 range auto attacks. Her ability to reset in teamfights is also one of the best, and she's a really good tower pusher. What she does lack a bit is base damage, since she's pretty reliant on auto attacks, and so she'll need some items before she can do anything. Next up at number 4 is going to be Vayne. So I don't know if I said this before, but Vayne, in the preseason she actually got a buff because of her W doing a lot more damage. And then she goes the double energized build, which is fairly good on her since she does scale well with crit and attack speed. She's definitely one of the scariest late game carries, even more than before, and will win teamfights if not dealt somehow. Her weakness is in laning phase, so if we can shut her down there, then she won't be a problem later, but of course her base damage is pretty strong with her W. So the only items she'll need to get back in the game is basically attack speed. Next up at number 3 is going to be Calista, so she's still that champion with an insane early game and mid game, and I think people are starting to build the Bloodthirster Runons again, and maybe even add a Blade Rune King if she's facing tanks. But yeah, her utility, her damage execution, her snowballing is just insane. Like, if you see any of the AD carries who are trying to climb the ladder to like Challenger and Master, they'll hard carry Calista. So as long as you know how to play this champion and do well in lane, you'll probably end up winning the game. She is like that champion to climb with if you're good at AD carry. Next up is going to be Quinn. So Quinn, you have to hear me out here. She can be played in any role: jungle, mid, top, AD carry, anything but support. And as you guys know, I've been playing her in the jungle a lot recently. Although I don't really know what her best role is, I'm comfortable in the jungle, I suck at her AD carry. But basically the reason she is so generally OP right now is because of her Q. This thing does a ton of damage because it has a high AD ratio. It gives a grazed smokescreen for 2 seconds, and it's on a fairly low cooldown when you have 40% CDR. It's like 5 seconds. Add that she has her ultimate, which can gank other lanes and give some map control. She's that champion who roams other lanes and kills them. And I will say this, I've never faced a Quinn. I've never been hit by Q, so I don't know how annoying it can be to be hit by that. But I've heard from other people that it's extremely annoying, and I guess you can say it can be game changing in a 1v1, but of course if you miss that, it can be pretty bad. But yeah, in general, Quinn is just OP right now. You can play her anywhere and you'll probably get some free low. If you look at my match history right now, you'll probably see me spamming her in any role just about. Yeah, it kind of looks ugly and everything but the jungle, but I just suck in other roles, honestly. Well, at least when I'm facing challenger laners, it's kind of hard. And finally, at number 1, we still have Misfortune. So they nerfed her attack speed and now it's 100 instead of 120, and her base health went down by like 60. But yeah, that attack speed steroid, what it allows her to do is just to build full AD, as that attack speed steroid is super powerful, and her ult's AD scaling is super good. It just wrecks teamfights, so if you get a good setup from someone like a Mumu or Malphite, you're good to go. Easily in any elo is probably the best. Also, her love tap is basically a crit, and her E slow is very hard to get through. Though of course it is very easy to kill her, so if you have someone like Zed or Talon, she can't do shit unless she has Peel or Flash Up. But again, if left alone in a team fight, she'll be doing a lot of damage. Next up we have Lucian. So in this patch his R got nerfed, which I do feel like was one of his OP strengths, but now he does have the Essence Reaver, which is really good synergy with his kit, as he is an AD carry spellcaster, and statistically he went down about 3% in win rate, and so that kind of says to me that he's not as powerful as he was before, but I see a lot of players still using him, so I guess he's still a good AD carry because of that. But me personally, if I were an AD carry, I would probably use, Calista, Misfortune, or maybe even try out Quinn. Then there's Draven. I think he goes for the rapid fire cannon, but Yeah, I mean, he's Draven, he's that snowball character. I mean, if you play him, right? And finally, I want to be talking about a new honorable mention, Ezreal. So he's appearing a lot in my games because people are going Trinity Force into Essence Reaver. Well, they're building a BF Sword and then Triforce, and then building that Essence Reaver. But yeah, crit build on Ezreal, it's pretty interesting to see. I feel like the Essence Reaver definitely improved him, just as it did Lucian, because he's one of the AD carries who scales really good with cooldown reduction. And so in that sense, it is giving him an indirect buff, plus it solves his mana issues, so yeah, doesn't need to go mana immune anymore. But yeah, he was like mediocre, average in Season 5, but now he's just kind of like above average. Anyways, that is it for my tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And what I've been hearing from other AD carry mains is that they feel that most of the AD carries are actually balanced and most of them excel at doing a certain thing better than the AD carry. So in terms of power levels, all the AD carries are basically pretty close together, except for Quinn. I mean, she's kind of being played everywhere, so it kind of says something. And obviously there's going to be a little bit more powerful AD carries, but most of them do excel at their own thing. So yeah, I'd say it's in a pretty good spot. And also adding to that, the itemization isn't so one-dimensional, and there's definitely a variety of builds you can go on AD carries now. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. If you didn't, well, leave a dislike. And again, I am Panther Draken, and I'll see you guys next time.
In my life, it's the worst idea. I hate myself.
Look.
Why'd you go in like that? Hello?
Committing Sudoku. Where's the fucking board? Oh, it's okay. What happened? Get this ward.